The 1942 no-mint mark wheat penny is one of the most fascinating coins from the World War II era and holds an important place in American numismatic history. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this penny carries no mint mark, which was the standard practice for coins minted in Philadelphia during that time. It belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat Penny series, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side of the coin features the right-facing bust of Lincoln, while the reverse side proudly displays two wheat stalks on either side, framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, along with the national motto, E pluribus unum. This iconic design was produced until 1958 and remains one of the most collected series in U.S. coinage, with the 1942 issue standing out because of its connection to a critical period in American history. At a time when the United States was deeply involved in World War II, coin production was affected by changes in materials, minting priorities, and the needs of the wartime economy, making pennies from this era particularly significant to collectors. Today, the 1942 wheat penny without a mint mark was struck from a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, with a diameter of 19 millimeters and a weight of 3.11 grams. This composition was typical of Lincoln cents before the temporary steel cent of 1943 was introduced due to wartime metal shortages. The Philadelphia Mint produced a very large mintage of over 657 million wheat pennies in 1942, which might initially suggest that the coin is common. However, when it comes to coin collecting, the sheer number struck does not always determine rarity or value. Instead, factors such as condition, historical importance, scarcity in higher grades, and unique errors all play a crucial role in a coin's desirability. Many of the 1942 wheat pennies circulated heavily during the 1940s and 1950s, meaning that today, most surviving examples are found in worn or average condition. Coins that have survived in pristine, uncirculated states with sharp details and full luster are significantly rarer, and this scarcity is what helps push their value much higher in the collector's market. Another reason the 1942 no mint mark wheat penny is so attractive to collectors is its historical context. This coin was struck during the heart of World War II, just months after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor brought the United States fully into the conflict. Resources such as copper and nickel were redirected for the production of military equipment, ammunition, and other wartime necessities, which led the U.S. Mint to experiment with alternative metals. By 1943, the familiar copper penny was replaced temporarily by the zinc-coated steel cent, making the 1942 issue one of the last wartime Lincoln cents to retain its traditional copper composition. This connection to America's wartime history enhances the coin's appeal, as collectors often seek coins that tell a broader story about the times in which they were minted. Owning a 1942 wheat penny is like holding a small piece of World War II-era history in your hands. Making it more than just a coin, it becomes a historical artifact. When examining the market value of the 1942 no mint mark wheat penny, condition is the most decisive factor. Circulated examples in low to average grades often sell for just a few cents above face value, since millions are still available. However, as the grade improves, the price rises dramatically. Coins in extremely fine, XF condition may fetch anywhere from $5 to $15, while those in about uncirculated, AU grades can sell for $25 to $50. It is the coins in mint state, MS condition, especially those graded MS 65 and higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, that command significant premiums. At these levels, the coin exhibits full mint luster, sharp strike details, and minimal contact marks, making it a standout example. In fact, a 1942 no mint mark wheat penny in exceptional mint state condition can be worth as much as $900, depending on eye appeal, luster, and overall quality. This high value reflects both the rarity of such pristine survivors and the strong collector demand for them. In addition to condition, errors and varieties can also add to the desirability and value of the 1942 wheat penny. Like other coins from this era, some 1942 issues were struck with die cracks, doubled dies, off-center, strikes, or clipped planchets. Such minting errors are highly sought after by error coin enthusiasts, and their values can range from modest premiums to several $100s depending on the nature of the mistake and the condition of the coin. Collectors also prize coins with strong strikes and exceptional red luster, as copper coins naturally tone over time to shades of brown or red-brown. Fully red examples of the 1942 wheat penny, especially in high grades, are significantly scarcer and bring much stronger prices at auctions and in private sales. Collectors are drawn to the 1942 wheat penny not only for its monetary value, but also for its place in the larger narrative of American coinage. The Wheat Penny series is one of the most popular coin series to collect in the United States, and the 1942 issue is a crucial piece in completing a set. While not the rarest coin in the series, its connection to the end of pre-war copper composition, pennies, and its high values in top grades make it particularly desirable. For new collectors, the 1942 wheat penny is accessible in lower grades at an affordable cost, providing an entry point into the world of coin collecting. For advanced collectors, the challenge lies in finding superb gem-quality examples or unique error varieties that stand out from the crowd. The market value of $900 for a 1942 no-mint mark wheat penny in top mint state condition highlights just how important condition is in numismatics. This price is not typical for average circulated coins, but it demonstrates the potential hidden value of coins that many people might overlook. A coin found in pocket change or an old family coin jar might appear ordinary, but if it happens to be a 1942 wheat penny in near-perfect condition, it could be worth hundreds of dollars or more. This potential for surprise is part of what makes coin collecting such an exciting and rewarding hobby. Every coin tells a story, and some carry far greater value than one might expect at first glance. In conclusion, the 1942 no-mint mark wheat penny is a historically significant and highly collectible coin that reflects both the artistry of American coinage and the challenges of a wartime economy. Struck in vast numbers but often heavily circulated, this coin is common in lower grades, but becomes increasingly rare and valuable in high mint state condition. Its connection to World War II, its traditional copper composition just before the 1943 steel cent, and its place within the iconic Wheat Penny series all contribute to its enduring appeal among collectors. While most examples may only be worth a few cents, those in exceptional quality can achieve market values of up to $900, making it a prized treasure for dedicated numismatists. For anyone with a passion for history, design, and the thrill of discovery, the 1942 no-mint mark wheat penny remains an outstanding reminder that even small coins can carry immense significance and remarkable value. Next up, the 1934 D wheat penny is a coin that has drawn the attention of collectors for decades, not only because of its place in the long-running Lincoln Wheat Cent series, but also because of its historical context, condition rarity, and collector demand. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin carries the D mint mark just below the date on the obverse, signifying its origin. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, remains one of the most beloved coin series in American numismatics. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side of the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, a design that has endured for over a century and is still in use today on the penny. The reverse showcases two wheat stalks encircling the words 1 cent and United States of America, along with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum. This design is commonly referred to as the wheat reverse, and was used until 1958, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. The 1934 D issue, therefore, stands as an important mid-series example of the wheat penny and carries with it a legacy tied both to American history and to the development of U.S. coinage. The 1934 D wheat penny was minted during a period of recovery for the United States following the devastating years of the Great Depression. By 1934, the nation was beginning to experience the effects of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal policies, which aimed to stabilize the economy and restore public confidence. Coins minted during this period often reflect the story of a nation in transition, and the 1934 D wheat penny is no exception. It was struck from the traditional bronze composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, with a weight of 3.11 grams and a diameter of 19 millimeters. The Denver Mint produced just over 28 million examples of the 1934 D wheat penny, a relatively modest mintage compared to some other years in the series. While this mintage number suggests the coin is not the rarest wheat penny, its survival in higher grades is far less common, which significantly influences its value in the collector's market. Like many coins from the early to mid-20th century, the majority of 1934 D wheat pennies entered circulation and remained there for decades. As a result, most surviving examples today are found in worn condition, exhibiting flat details, dulled luster, and sometimes even damage from years of use. Collectors, however, seek out coins with strong strikes, full details, and vibrant luster. The challenge lies in finding 1934 D wheat pennies that have been preserved in uncirculated or near uncirculated condition, as these are much scarcer than their heavily circulated counterparts. The grading scale plays a crucial role in determining the value of any wheat penny, and for the 1934 D, prices vary widely depending on grade. A coin in good G4 condition may only be worth $1 to $2. While those in very fine VF20 condition might bring $10 to $15. However, as the grade improves, so too does the market value. It is in mint state, MS condition, where the 1934 D wheat penny truly stands out and reveals its full potential value. Coins graded MS 63 and higher by professional grading services such as NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, or PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, can bring significant premiums due to their scarcity. The coin's value in pristine condition is further boosted if it retains its original red coloration, as copper coins naturally tone over time to shades of red-brown or brown. A fully red 1934 D wheat penny with sharp details and minimal contact marks is a remarkable find, and such examples can reach values of $300 or more in today's numismatic marketplace. The combination of eye appeal, rarity in high grade, and strong collector demand drives these elevated prices, making the 1934 D an attractive target for serious wheat penny collectors. Adding to the allure of the 1934 D issue are the occasional minting errors and varieties that can surface. While not as famous as other doubled die or overdate varieties, the 1934 D wheat penny can be found with minor striking anomalies, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or repunched mint marks, RPMs. These varieties are of particular interest to specialized collectors who enjoy seeking out unusual and unique examples that tell a story of minting imperfections. Error coins can often command prices well above their standard value, especially if the error is dramatic and the coin remains in good condition. For instance, an off-center 1934 D penny in mint state could easily surpass the $300 benchmark, depending on the size and appeal of the error. Another factor enhancing the desirability of the 1934 D wheat penny is its role in completing a full Lincoln wheat penny collection. Many collectors aim to assemble complete date and mint mark sets, spanning from 1909 through 1958. Some issues are relatively easy to acquire, while others present more of a challenge. The 1934 D falls into the category of a semi-key date coin, While not as rare or expensive as issues like the 1909 SVDB or the 1914D, it is nevertheless more difficult to find in top condition than common dates. Its position as a Denver mint issue also adds to its charm, as collectors often distinguish between Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mintages when building comprehensive sets. Owning a high-grade 1934D not only adds historical depth to a collection, but also increases its overall prestige and value. The historical backdrop further enriches the story of the 1934D Wheat Penny. In 1934, America was in the midst of profound change. The Depression had left deep scars on the economy, yet signs of improvement were beginning to emerge. The Denver Mint, established in 1906, played a vital role in producing coinage for circulation in the western United States, and the 1934D Wheat Penny became part of the everyday commerce of the era. Every time a 1934D penny exchanged hands, it was part of a larger narrative of survival, adaptation, and gradual recovery during one of the toughest economic times in U.S. history. Today, holding one of these coins connects collectors directly to that past, offering a tangible reminder of the resilience of both the American people and the currency that sustained them. In the modern collector's market, the 1934D Wheat Penny has earned a reputation as a valuable mid-series coin, especially in mint. State grades. While circulated examples may only be worth a few dollars, the potential value jumps dramatically as the condition improves. Auction records show that gem-quality examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, with standout coins exceeding the $300 mark, particularly when boasting strong luster, full red coloration, and minimal marks. For many collectors, acquiring such a coin is not just about its monetary worth, but also about the satisfaction of owning a well-preserved piece of history. The coin's value continues to grow steadily as fewer high-grade examples remain available in the market, reinforcing its status as a desirable numismatic treasure. In conclusion, the 1934D Wheat Penny is a coin that embodies both historical significance and collector value. Struck during the challenging years following the Great Depression, it represents a period of national recovery and resilience. With a modest mintage of 28 million, it is not excessively rare in lower grades, but examples preserved in high mint. State condition are much scarcer and can achieve impressive values of $300 or more. Its connection to the iconic Wheat Penny series, its Denver Mint origin, its role in completing collections, and its potential for valuable minting errors all contribute to its enduring appeal. For collectors of all levels, the 1934D Wheat Penny offers both an accessible entry point in circulated grades and an exciting challenge in high-end condition, making it a truly rewarding coin to pursue. Whether valued for its artistry, its historical context, or its market worth, the 1934D Wheat Penny continues to shine as a cherished piece of American numismatic heritage. Next up, the 1935 No Mint Mark Wheat Penny is one of the most captivating coins from the mid-1930s and continues to hold a strong place in the world of numismatics due to its scarcity in high grades, its historical context, and its enduring appeal among collectors of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series. Minted in Philadelphia, the absence of a mint mark under the date is the standard indicator that the coin originated from this facility, since the Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on pennies until much later in history. This particular Wheat Penny was struck during a period of economic recovery in the United States, as the nation continued to emerge from the devastation of the Great Depression. While millions of pennies were minted in 1935, over 245 million at the Philadelphia Mint alone, the survival of well-preserved examples is significantly lower, making uncirculated coins from this year both rare and highly desirable. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side of the coin proudly displays the bust of President Abraham Lincoln facing right, surrounded by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust" along the upper rim, "Liberty" to the left, and the date, 1935, to the right. The reverse side features two wheat stalks arching around the inscriptions, 1 cent, and United States of America, along with the motto, E pluribus unum, at the top. A simple yet iconic design that was used from 1909 through 1958. The combination of this timeless design with the coin's historical importance and rarity in high grades has cemented the 1935 no-mint mark wheat penny's place as a valuable collectible. When it comes to the technical specifications, the 1935 wheat penny follows the standard composition of the Lincoln cents of the era. Struck from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the coin weighs 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Although hundreds of millions were produced, most of these coins were heavily circulated in everyday commerce during the late 1930s and 1940s, a time when every cent carried significant purchasing power during the Depression and the years leading up to World War II. As a result, most surviving 1935 pennies are found in lower circulated grades with flattened details and loss of original mint luster. For collectors, however, the most sought-after examples are those in mint state, MS condition, which retain their sharp details, original color, and full brilliance. These are exceptionally rare, especially in the higher grades of MS 65 and above, and it is in these lofty conditions that the coin achieves its greatest market value. While a typical circulated 1935 penny might be worth only a few cents, coins in superb uncirculated grades have sold for as much as $1,200, reflecting their extreme scarcity and desirability. The grading and color designation are vital in determining the value of a 1935 wheat penny. Copper coins naturally change color over time, moving from bright original red tones to red-brown, and finally to fully brown coloration as oxidation occurs. Collectors pay the highest premiums for coins that retain their full original red luster, as these are the hardest to preserve over decades. A 1935 no-mint mark wheat penny graded MS65 red, for example, can command prices close to $1,200, whereas the same coin in MS65 brown might be valued at just a fraction of that amount. This dramatic difference underscores the importance of careful preservation and proper storage. Collectors often house these coins in protective holders or certified slabs to prevent environmental damage, as even slight exposure to moisture or air can alter a coin's surface and reduce its value dramatically. Historically, the 1935 wheat penny holds significance beyond its monetary value. The year 1935 was a pivotal moment in American history. The nation was still reeling from the economic impact of the Great Depression, but signs of recovery were beginning to appear due to the policies of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. Coinage from this era reflects a time when every cent was vital to survival. A single penny in the 1930s had real purchasing power, able to buy small goods or services, making the Lincoln cent an indispensable part of everyday life. Each 1935 penny that survives today carries with it a story of hardship, resilience, and recovery, offering collectors a tangible connection to this turbulent period in history. Holding one is not just about owning a piece of copper. It is about owning a fragment of America's economic and cultural journey. Another dimension of the 1935 no-mint mark wheat penny's appeal lies in the possibility of errors and varieties. While the 1935 penny is not especially famous for major double die varieties, there are minor die variations and striking anomalies such as die cracks, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks on Denver or San Francisco issues from the same year. For Philadelphia's no-mint mark coins, misstrikes like clipped planchets or broad strikes occasionally surface, and such errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. Collectors of error coins often pay strong premiums for dramatic examples, especially if they are in good condition, since they combine both rarity and visual intrigue. A 1935 error penny with strong eye appeal can easily surpass its normal market range and add yet another layer of fascination to this already desirable issue. The collector demand for the 1935 wheat penny remains strong due to its place in the iconic wheat cent series. Many collectors pursue a complete date and mint mark collection of Lincoln wheat cents, a goal that spans from 1909 through 1958. Completing such a set requires attention not only to the well-known key dates like the 1909 SVDB or the 1914 D, but also to semi-key and conditionally rare coins like the 1935 no mint mark. Because it was produced in such large numbers, the 1935 penny is not difficult to find in circulated condition, but finding one in gem uncirculated grade is a true challenge. This creates a balance that appeals to both beginner and advanced collectors. The coin is accessible to new hobbyists in affordable lower grades, while simultaneously offering seasoned numismatists the thrill of pursuing high-grade, top-dollar examples. Market trends for the 1935 no-mint mark wheat penny illustrate the importance of patience and timing in coin collecting. While the average collector might dismiss this coin as common, auction records show that superb examples often sell for hundreds or even over $200 when certified at high grades by PCGS or NGC. These prices are driven not only by scarcity, but also by competition among collectors who recognize the importance of securing top-condition coins for their sets. The demand for high-grade wheat pennies has grown steadily over the years, particularly as more collectors pursue registry sets, competitions where collectors assemble the finest sets possible with coins graded and certified. In this competitive environment, coins like the 1935 no mint mark wheat penny take on elevated importance, as every grade point can make a difference in set rankings and market value. In conclusion, the 1935 no mint mark wheat penny is far more than just a 1-cent piece from the Depression era. It is a remarkable artifact that reflects the economic struggles, resilience, and progress of the American people during the 1930s. With over 245 million produced, it is common in worn circulated grades, but the scarcity of high-quality mint-state examples, especially those with full red luster, elevates its desirability and market value. While most coins from this year may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars depending on condition, those preserved in pristine condition can achieve impressive values of up to $200. Its timeless design, its place in the iconic Wheat Penny series, its connection to American history, and the thrill of discovering rare, high-grade examples all contribute to its lasting appeal. For collectors, owning a 1935 no mint mark wheat penny in top condition is not only a matter of monetary investment, but also an opportunity to hold a tangible piece of history that continues to inspire admiration nearly a century after it. Next up, the 1952 D Wheat Penny is one of the standout coins of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, admired by collectors for its history, design, and surprising value in pristine condition. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin bears the D Mint mark located just beneath the date on the obverse, distinguishing it from its Philadelphia and San Francisco counterparts. Like all Lincoln wheat pennies, it was designed by Victor David Brenner and features on its obverse the right-facing bust of President Abraham Lincoln, a design introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust," appear along the top rim. Liberty appears to the left of Lincoln, and the date 1952 with the D Mint mark sits to the right. The reverse showcases two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, along with the Latin motto E pluribus unum above. This simple yet elegant reverse design was in use from 1909 until 1958 and became one of the most iconic in American numismatics. The 1952 D issue is especially notable because it comes from a post-World War II era, a period in which the U.S. economy was booming, coin production was high, and yet despite its large mintage, the coin has become conditionally rare in the highest grades, which is why top-quality examples today can command market values of up to $400. The technical specifications of the 1952 D Wheat Penny align with the traditional composition used throughout most of the Wheat Cent series. Struck from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the coin weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. The Denver Mint struck a massive total of 746,130,000 wheat pennies in 1952, making this one of the larger mintages of the series. At first glance, such a large mintage number might suggest that the coin is extremely common, and indeed, circulated examples are abundant and typically worth only a few cents to a few dollars depending on grade. However, when it comes to collecting, sheer mintage numbers are not the only factor that determines a coin's value. Instead, survival in pristine condition plays a far more critical role. The majority of 1952D wheat pennies saw heavy circulation in the 1950s and 1960s, which wore down their details and stripped away their original mint luster. As a result, finding coins today in uncirculated or gem-quality mint-state condition is far more difficult than one might expect, and it is these condition rarities that push the coin's value dramatically higher. The grading scale is essential to understanding the value of the 1952D wheat penny. In circulated grades, values remain modest, with coins in good G4 condition often worth less than $1, and those in very fine VF20 selling for around $2 to $3. Even coins in about uncirculated AU50 condition might only bring $5 to $10. However, the story changes completely once we enter the realm of mint state MS grades. A 1952D wheat penny in MS63. Red might be valued at around $25 to $50, while an example in MS65 red can reach $100 to $250. It is in the elite grades of MS67 red and higher where the coin becomes truly rare and valuable, with prices climbing into the thousands. In fact, high-end auction results have shown that superb gem examples can bring as much as $1,400, making this coin a hidden treasure for collectors who are fortunate enough to find one in such pristine condition. Color designation further influences the value of the 1952D wheat penny. Copper coins like this one are categorized based on their surface color: brown, BN, red-brown, RB, and red, RD. Fully red examples, those retaining at least 95% of their original fiery copper color, are the rarest and most valuable, since copper is highly reactive and prone to toning over time. A 1952D wheat penny with full red luster and no spotting, or discoloration, is a true rarity, particularly in higher mint state grades, and it is these coins that command the top values of $2,400. Red-brown examples are still desirable but trade for significantly less, while fully brown coins, even in mint state, typically sell for modest sums compared to their red counterparts. Collectors prize the challenge of acquiring a fully red example, which requires exceptional preservation, proper storage, and often a bit of luck. The historical context of the 1952D wheat penny also adds to its significance. The year 1952 was part of the early Cold War period and reflected a booming post-war economy in the United States. Americans were enjoying higher wages, suburban growth, and increased consumer spending, and coins like the wheat penny were central to everyday commerce. Pennies from this era were used to buy newspapers, candies, and other small essentials, making them a vital part of daily life. Holding a 1952D penny today connects collectors to that vibrant post-war period, reminding us of a time when the penny held more purchasing power and circulated through the hands of millions of Americans. While the coin itself may be small, its historical ties give it a cultural weight that appeals to history lovers as well as coin collectors. Beyond condition rarity, some era varieties of the 1952D wheat penny add further intrigue and value. Collectors often look for anomalies such as repunched mint marks, RPMs, die cracks, off-center strikes, and other minting mistakes that can make a coin unique. For the 1952D, RPMs are particularly notable, as the Denver Mint sometimes produced. coins where the D mint mark was stamped more than once in slightly different positions, creating a visible doubling effect. Such coins are prized by error collectors and often sell for premiums above the regular market value. Off-center strikes and clipped planchets also exist for this issue and can fetch strong prices, especially when combined with high mint state. Grades. Error coins not only add financial value, but also bring excitement to collectors who enjoy the unpredictability and individuality that such pieces represent. The collector demand for the 1952 D Wheat Penny remains strong because of its role in completing the Wheat Penny series. Many collectors aspire to assemble a full set of Lincoln wheat cents, covering every date and mint mark from 1909 through 1958. The 1952 D, with its enormous mintage, may not appear rare at first glance, but in gem-quality condition it poses a serious challenge and becomes a key piece in a high-grade collection. Completing such a set requires dedication, and coins like the 1952 D ensure that even relatively common years provide collectors with meaningful challenges. This balance of accessibility in lower grades and rarity in top grades is what keeps the Wheat Penny series engaging for collectors of all levels, from beginners to advanced numismatists. The market value of $400 for the 1952 D Wheat Penny in superb condition underscores the broader principle of coin collecting: condition is king. While most people might assume that only low mintage coins can achieve high values, the 1952 D proves that even a coin with hundreds of millions struck can become a treasure if preserved in the right state. Auction records continue to show strong demand for gem-quality wheat pennies, as collectors and investors alike recognize their potential both as historical artifacts and as financial assets. For many, the thrill lies in discovering that an ordinary-looking penny tucked away in a jar, box, or collection might, upon closer inspection, turn out to be an extraordinary coin worth over $1,000. In conclusion, the 1952 D Wheat Penny represents the fascinating intersection of history, artistry, rarity, and collector demand. With a massive mintage of more than 746 million, it is common in lower circulated grades, but its scarcity in pristine gem-quality mint state grades has elevated its importance in the numismatic world. Coins with full red coloration and minimal imperfections can command market values of up to $2,400, making them prized possessions for collectors. The coin's enduring appeal stems not only from its place in the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, but also from its ties to the booming post-war economy of 1950s America, its potential for mint errors, and the challenge it presents in high-grade form. For both seasoned numismatists and newcomers to the hobby, the 1952 D Wheat Penny offers an exciting opportunity to own a small yet significant piece of American history that continues to inspire admiration and respect.